Good morning. Actually, 1 second. I need to get changed. I've got a ride in a little over an hour. I need to get changed. I'm absolutely useless at that sort of stuff. Anyway, let me tell you a little bit about what I've been up to. The last few days I've been back riding. I'm kind of giving you an overview as to what I've done because I know some of you don't like to watch the live streams. They take up too much of your day, and that's absolutely fine. I definitely get that. So to summarize, I've been back on the bike now for approximately a week, and during that time I've done really nothing much more than steady zone 1 riding with a little sprinkle of zone 2 every now and again, but it's usually like, you know, when you've hit a climb and you're forced to go into zone 2. Now, I was kind of umming and ahhing. I was indecisive as to like what to do, like how to push on, how to press on, how to up intensity / duration, because even though I've had times off in the past where, you know, I've got ill or I've been injured, I've never had like a virus. I've never had specifically this virus. So I didn't really know how to push on. I had a couple of messages and phone calls from people which I really appreciate. Like, I really appreciate. I've read them. Might not have replied to all of them, but I've certainly read them. The underlying important message was that you know your body best and you're just gonna have to crack on. And if you feel good and you feel like you're chomping at the bit to do something, just do it and see what happens. And I decided to do the tour of New York, I think it is, on Zwift. It's an event that's running currently at the minute. So I decided to do that, and I managed to put in like a really good sprint effort at the end. So good, in fact, that I ended up setting a new best 5-second power PB indoors. Like, of all time, however many years I've been riding on Zwift, granted it's not that many, but like of every single effort, I did my best 5-second power. What? Like my peak power for that ride was like 983 or something, so I was only 17 watts off 1,000 watts indoors. And like my weight is only maybe increased by 1 kilo, but I know for a fact that what's caused that is just my freshness. Like my muscles are so fresh. Neuromuscularly, I'm just firing like really quickly, and it always happens to me. Always happens to me. I know people are saying like rest does you good, rest does you loads of good, don't get me wrong. But for me personally, I always see new sprint power PBs after like no riding. Even if I just do like steady rides, you know, zone 1, zone 2 endurance rides, even for like a week, my sprint power doesn't improve. But if I take like any length of time off, my power between kind of like, well, anything below 30 seconds, and my power just becomes like that much like better, and also doesn't feel as hard. Like perceived exertion doesn't feel as hard. Anything over that though, and I'm like, poof, I don't want to keep you too long. But today I'm gonna jump into an event. It's a chase race, but it's a time trial, so it's gonna allow me to ride it at my own pace. So if I feel like I want to hold back, I can hold back. If I feel like I want to press on and just see, you know, how the body responds to like a little bit of, you know, 160, 170 beats a minute. You know, not for a prolonged period of time, but at least, you know, let's just see if we can just nudge it. After yesterday's ride and yesterday's effort, which was fairly like sedentary apart from that sprint at the end, and it turned out to be an hour long, that ride. Like, I feel fine. I feel great this morning, actually. To keep the momentum going, I'll probably have a day off tomorrow, which is Tuesday, before we start the Rafa Festive 500. Indoors, all indoors, just because the weather's looking pants, and I don't want to go out because I've only been back on the bike for a short period of time, so you can see where I'm coming from. So we're going to do that ride now this morning at 9:30. There'll be a live stream up from that. If you caught it, great. If you didn't, you can probably skip to the end, because we're going up the Volcano KOM. It'll probably allow me to naturally open up the taps up there, then I'll just rest on the descent. I'm not going to be the event is a race, but I'm not going to do the event as a race, if that makes any sense. So I think I'm pretty good at controlling myself. So yeah, that's the plan today. That's what's happened the last week, just to bring you up to speed. We're in lockdown in Wales. I don't want to bring it down on the video. We're in lockdown again in Wales. A lot of England is like also like this as well, so it's kind of weird. Yeah, like indefinitely. So we don't even know when we're coming out of this lockdown. So a bit of a bummer to do it over Christmas, but I guess, well, it is what it is, isn't it? Anyway, the Festive 500 is something to look forward to. Me, Scott and Phil, so me, Comhunt TV and Bike Racing Without Mercy are going to be doing the Festive 500 or the 555 or 600 or whatever mileage you want to do that week. Phil Rich. We're going to be doing either group rides every day, or we're going to be doing like some form of meetup, or even, you know, if it's a long day of riding. One of the longest days is 90k. So if some of you wanted to do, let's say, a 50k race, and then say that day the group ride that we're doing is actually taking place with a pace partner, you can just spawn with a pace partner right after your race and join us to fill in that last kind of 30 or 40k or whatever it is you need for that day. The idea is, like, there's been a call for it, funny enough, and it's I said to myself I was going to focus on the Festive 500 just to give myself something to not only focus on but to build up as well into the program, because lots of people like to implement the Festive 500, and I've never done the Festive 500. I don't think I've actually gone out my way to do it. So by doing it all indoors and live streaming it and opening it up to you guys, you can join us, you can chat with us, we can all tick off the mileage, and like I said, we're going to alternate it between like morning and evening riding. So, you know, if your time zone dictates that you can't ride in the morning but you can ride with us in the evening the next day, then so be it, you'll still be able to get riding. But there'll be varying distances, I think we're going to do like 40k, is it like 70k, 90k, and then 40k, 70, 90, and 40 and 40, or something like that. Anyway, so I want to ride every day so that I'm not kind of going boof and then coming down and, you know, doing a load and then having a rest day. I just want to like evenly spread it. So you're more than welcome to join. But that's it. Thank you for watching this little update. I'll see you. I'll see you on the bike now in a minute, actually. But until then, have a good Christmas. From me and, well, Charlie's just gone to work now, unfortunately. She finishes Christmas Eve, so you'll be able to see her next week, or the end of the week. But until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you soon.